You're listening to an Airwave Media Podcast.
All set for your flight?
Yep, I've got everything I need. Eye mask, neck pillow, T-Mobile, headphones.
Wait, T-Mobile?
You bet. Free in-flight Wi-Fi. 15% off all Hilton brands. I never go anywhere without T-Mobile. Same goes from a water bottle, chewing gum, nail clippers,
okay,
passport.
I'm gonna leave you to it.
Find out how you can experience travel better at T-Mobile.com/travel.
Qualifying plan required. Wi-Fi were available on select U.S. airlines. Deposit and Hilton Honors membership required for 15% discount. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to From Beneath the Hollywood Sign. If you love old movies, Hollywood history, or the golden age of filmmaking, you've come to the right place. This is the podcast that talks about amazing stories of Tinseltown from another era and fascinating conversations with writer-producer Steve Cubine and actress-writer Nan McNamara.
So, Steve, did Ava Gardner and Howard Hughes have a good relationship?
Well, they did until he dislocated her jaw.
What?
Well, don't worry. She hit him back with an ashtray.
From Beneath the Hollywood Sign is the gin joint for you.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neal, and Jeff. This is Triviality. The cream of the crop!
Hello and welcome to Triviality, the show where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. My name's Matt. I will be hosting today, coming to you from sunny California. Joining me.
Yeah, we know.
I know. You never get enough weather talk on this show now ever since they moved out here. But joining me is Neal and Ken, and missing is Jeff. Where's Jeff at?
Jeff decided to take a tour of the many closed down factories in America, and he's over in the Rust Belt looking at a factory that made whisks closed down because not a lot of people needed whisks anymore, I think. So he's there.
I think he's stopping by a couple puppy mills.
Yeah.
Just being the general downer that he likes to be sometimes.
Yes, exactly. Just by himself. Just down.
That's so depressing.
It is. But we're here, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah, so I will be hosting this game. It's my first game I wrote in a while.
First game from LA, right?
Yeah, it took me. I had some writer's block because I just wanted to be outside enjoying the weather so much.
Yeah, the only thing that could make this show more boring is more weather talk. So.
Yeah, so I had to reach out on Facebook and get some ideas. So it turns out there's a lot of questions that you guys are probably going to not know. So this will be a fun game for you guys.
Cool.
Yeah, no better city for you to be in with writer's block than Los Angeles, right?
Yeah. If only there was a coffee shop where I can kind of just write. But so you guys will be on a team. Facing you is going to be a couple of Cruiserweight champions. First, I'm going to introduce Jason Hess, coming to us from Austin. How you doing, Jason?
Hey, guys. I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you for your Patreon support came in quite a creative way, right? You want to explain that?
Yeah, sure. So my girlfriend, Natasha, granted my support as a Christmas gift. So she signed up in my name in a way. We're both big fans of the show, and it was a huge surprise. But I thought it was an awesome gift because it gives us support to something that we both love. Yeah. So
and you got goodies coming at you now.
That's right. Yeah,
that's right.
And
that's right.
And yeah, thank you to Natasha. Yeah, shout out to her. Yeah. And what are you doing over in Austin?
I guess by day I'm an electrical engineer, but in the off time I play a lot of pub trivia, like probably a lot of your audience, and I don't know, not too much else. Just
living life.
Yeah, that's right.
It's good to have hobbies like that. So.
That's right.
All right, and joining us from Tulsa is Dane Couch. How you doing, Dane?
Pretty good. How about you guys?
Good. Thank you for joining us.
All right, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got into the show and what do you do?
Well, one of the podcasts I listen to is called Ice Cream Social, and that's where I heard about you guys from.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, shout out to Matt, Paul, and Jacob. That's great.
That is the first time we've heard that, I think. That was an interesting appearance on that show for us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was a pretty good episode.
We tried. It was. I don't know if you know,
but
it
got a little crazy.
It got a little crazy. We recorded that I think at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
It was really late, and we were kind of jet lagged. So we'll have to come back when we're in Vegas next time and do like a proper full energy episode.
Yeah.
I just started listening to you guys and really liked it. I like trivia, but there's sometimes I'm like, I have no idea what you guys are asking.
we do
feel
that too. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we do too.
All right. Well, before Matt takes it away, maybe we should toss it over to the rules guy.
The rules of the game are simple. 20 questions split into 2 rounds worth 10 points apiece. At halftime, there'll be a special swing round designed by this week's host. After regulation, players will enter the final round with the points that they've accumulated and will have a chance to wager 0 to 30 points on 5 categorized questions. At the end of the game, someone will be named the cream of the crop.
I'm talking about all the way to the top, yeah.
All right. Great reading today.
Yeah. I don't know how he did it in Sanskrit, but it's pretty cool.
What? Well, we came up with some fun team names. You guys, you're both from the Panhandle area, right?
Well, or at least from states that have
states with panhandles.
So we are the panhandlers.
I like it.
The panhandlers.
Yeah.
And because we put so much pressure on the other team when we're playing together, we're going to be the French press.
I like it.
More coffee references.
More coffee references. Can't get enough.
The Coffee and Weather podcast.
How exciting. You guys ready for question 1?
Yes.
All right, question 1. This recent World Series champion's legitimacy has come into question with a giant cheating scandal involving sign stealing and a possible buzzer taped to star player Jose Altuve's chest.
We're going to lock in over here.
And you're looking for the team, right?
I'm looking for the team.
Right, we're good.
We're good over here. You guys can talk.
Dane, I think I've seen this in the news, but what's your thought?
Oh, I've heard about it, but I can't even think of who won the championship this past year.
Well, I don't know that. I don't think they won this year, but I'm pretty sure Altuve is a Houston Astro.
Okay, we said the Astros as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is the Houston Astros. This cheating scandal is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So it's mostly about like surveillance and transmitting what their signs are, right?
Yeah, and then there was guys in the dugout who would bang on trash cans when a curveball was coming. So you could hear on the broadcast like a banging, and that was every time a curveball was coming. So they knew.
That's lame.
Yeah. So question 2. In Greek mythology, this god of dreams was the son of Hypnos and was responsible for actually shaping and forming the dreams.
I think I'm good here too, so we'll lock in.
I usually get nervous about these, but they said Hypnos, which is the one I confuse it with. So I think this is Lawrence Fishburne himself, Morpheus.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a guy from the Matrix that offers you some undescript pills. So we said Morpheus.
Yep, the answer is Morpheus. I originally had some Matrix clues in there, but I didn't feel like you needed those.
Nah.
So.
What's the thing? What's his line he says in the Matrix? The famous one, Morpheus?
About the pills?
Not about the pills.
There's a lot of them.
Oh, maybe about the pills then.
Take the red pill.
Right.
Or you take the blue pill.
Oh, I thought he said something with your mind.
Free your mind?
Free your mind. That's what it is.
Yeah, and the rest will follow. That was him.
I think I was thinking of Vogue. Yeah.
All right. Question
if you free your
3.
mind, they will come.
Yeah, that's the quote. Yeah.
Or he will come.
Someone's coming. That's what she said. Question
Get
3.
out of here, Matt.
Question 3. In 1962, this Nobel Prize-winning author faced the wrath of the New York Times, which asked why the committee chose an author whose limited talent is, in his best books, watered down by 10th-rate philosophizing.
I always answer Faulkner for these questions, and I think it's incorrect.
Though he does kind of do that, right?
I think so. He's the one with the butterfly. He's I Am Wrath. Didn't he write I Am Wrath? Or
I don't know.
Because the Wrath,
I'll leave it to you.
I don't know,
Go ahead,
though.
Just say Faulkner.
Okay.
So when we were talking about it, we were thinking of Americans and thinking of Steinbeck and Hemingway, but I'm trying to think if Wrath is a clue. Wait, Wrath. Wait, Grapes of Wrath, right? Yeah. Okay. So actually, how about I would lean Steinbeck based on finally figuring out the clue.
That's fine with me. I have no anything on either one of them. So
okay, I guess we're locking him with Steinbeck.
That's a great clue.
Yeah, I think we whiffed on that clue, right?
We did. The Wrath, for some reason, I always answer Faulkner for these questions, and I don't think he ever won one, and I, for some reason, always answer Faulkner. But we went with William Faulkner.
Way to pick up on that clue. Was about the Wrath of Grapes, or no? Grapes of Wrath. But John Steinbeck is the answer.
That's a different book, The Wrath of Grapes.
It's about somebody with a fruit sensitivity.
Yeah, right.
A little bit of heartburn. Never hurt anyone. All right, so points to the panhandlers there. Moving on to question 4. The Child is the official name of the breakout character from this Disney Plus series, appearing in millions of memes and knockoff Etsy merchandise.
We're elected.
Yeah, I'm locked in. I know it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, are you going to say the Mandalorian or the?
Yeah, Mandalorian.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, this is the famous Baby Yoda from the Mandalorian.
Yep, Baby Yoda. The answer is the Mandalorian.
I still haven't seen it. I need to see it. So I'm way behind.
Question 5. In a classic vintage ad for this beer that was known as the beer that made Milwaukee famous, a well-dressed man tells his wife, "Don't worry, dear, you didn't burn the beer."
I mean, you got Miller Lite?
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh, yeah, that's probably it.
Milwaukee's Best.
Milwaukee's Best.
It's Pabst Blue Ribbon, though.
They have the Pabst Theater there.
Yeah.
Right?
All right, let's go with Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, so we're down to a coin flip again. I think we're talking about either Schlitz or Stroh's. I think we're both leaning towards Stroh's, but I can't put any more. It just feels like a random guess at this point. But Dane, do you want to lock in with that or?
Yeah, Stroh's is fine.
Okay. Oh, and it's a callback to the Astros, probably. No, probably not. But
knowing Matt, that's probably true.
We'll say Stroh's.
Yeah, we weren't sure what to go with, but we didn't want any Dennis Hopper fans calling us out on this. So just to be safe, we're going with Pabst Blue Ribbon.
You're wrong on the toss-up there. It was Schlitz.
Oh.
They had a lot of very inappropriate ads back in the day.
So it looks like after 5 questions, Matt, the French press over here, we have 30 points, and the Panhandlers have 40 with a slight lead.
All right, let's move on to question 6 then. Fashion is fickle. This long-established brand was at an all-time low in the early 2000s, found on the discount racks at Walmart and Target, but inexplicably began to rise in popularity in the past 3 years, being seen on celebrities such as the Kardashians and Chance the Rapper. Sales of this merch grew 33% in 2017 and then 40% again in 2018. What is the brand?
So his clue about Target used to have, I think it was their own name brand that was called Mosimo. I don't know if that exists anymore. Not that I can think of. I'm trying to think of what Chance the Rapper wears. Oh, no, not Oshkosh. He wears overalls sometimes. I'm trying to think.
Oh, maybe.
Are the Kardashians, they wear...
I don't care, so it's hard to...
Yeah.
Oshkosh might not be a terrible answer.
Okay, we're locked in.
I have no guess at all because I could, like all the things I was thinking of are just been popular all the time. So
or like, oh wait, what about Jordache? You mentioned jeans. That was are they back?
Could be.
I love this conversation.
Yeah, I know. It shows how in touch we are.
Is Jordache back?
Could it be?
This is like
doesn't sound like that one's back.
It's like a fashion blog. Could it be? Is Jordache back?
I guess I'll say Lacoste.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a discussion. Originally, we said we knew there was a brand at Target called Mosimo, which is kind of like their designer brand. But I thought that was just Target itself, like it's its own brand. But then I said maybe I've seen them wear overalls, and Ken and I remember Oshkosh. So we thought maybe it could be that. So we went with Oshkosh.
Right.
Good guess.
Well, the answer is actually Champion.
Oh, the Champion brand. You're right. It is huge now.
Is it?
Yeah,
it is. They have a store like in Wicker Park actually of just Champion stuff.
Who knew?
Yeah, the sweaters used to go for like $10 at Walmart, and now they're like $95, $100 at Urban Outfitters. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, because I have a bunch of Champion stuff, and like it's so expensive now. And I bought it. Yeah, I should.
Sell it on eBay.
Yeah.
Vintage from when we got made fun of in grade school, and now it's like the most popular thing.
No way, man.
All right.
Good to know.
Question 7. Once known as Southwest Africa, this African nation has the second lowest population density in the world next to Mongolia. I wrote this for Jeff, but he's busy surveying the country. So
we were going to recap a conversation, but it was hardly a conversation. So yeah, we're just going to lock in with Uganda.
Okay, you guys going with Uganda?
I was pretty sure I knew this one. I think it's literally in Southwest Africa, Namibia.
It is definitely in Southwest Africa. It is Namibia.
Oh, nice poll.
We were trying to get a country in Southwest Africa, but that therein lies the difficulty. So
Yeah, South Africa is probably somewhat southwest. You would have been close.
Well, we knew it wasn't South Africa.
All right. Question 8. In the summer of 2019, the Claw became the law as White Claw became the Gen Z Zima as health-conscious drinkers everywhere turned to the hard seltzer for a guilt-free drink. There are 5 official flavors, and I need you to name 3. Bonus points for all 5.
Matt spent the most amount of time on this question.
There's a lot of jokes in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of great little buzzwords there. All right, so...
You had some for your party, right?
Yeah, we had we had
black cherry.
Black cherry was one for sure.
Mango was one.
Mango, black cherry.
Because our friend was screaming about flavors.
Yeah, one of them was green, maybe like a lime.
Lime is a pretty standard seltzer flavor, so
yeah,
let's go black cherry, lime, and mango.
So I don't know. I feel pretty good about black cherry and lime. I would lean grapefruit. But if you think you said mango, I don't know if there's any other.
I'm just throwing out like Bud Light, Lime-A-Rita's flavor.
Right. Then if we don't have to go for bonus, are you okay with black cherry, lime, and grapefruit, Dane?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll lock in with that.
Okay. Yeah, we agree with black cherry and lime. We know Neal has some of these in his fridge from the New Year's party that you threw. I think one of our friends brought it. And then I remember one of our friends screaming about mango as the best flavor, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think Dane was on the right path there listening to their conversation. I think mango is one. So
grapefruit might be one,
yeah,
but we're pretty sure about mango too.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So we have black cherry, lime, raspberry, mango, and ruby grapefruit.
Hey, ruby grapefruit.
So both teams getting points there.
All right. Good team effort there, both teams.
All right, question 9. Idaho is known by this totally outrageous nickname due to its abundance of natural resources and scenic areas.
Oh, is that Idaho?
Maybe.
Maybe it is.
All right, we're locked.
Well, I only know one person who's truly outrageous, and she's Gem. So there is a Gem state, and I always get confused between Nevada and Idaho there, but Nevada's a silver state, and so
yeah.
So I think it is the Gem state, GEM, but not like.
We said the Show Me state.
Well, the answer is the Gem state.
What is this gag that you're doing here?
Gem. She's totally outrageous.
Oh, that's very Matt.
Yeah.
Oh, good job picking up on that, Jason. That's funny.
Jason seems to know how I write questions.
Yeah, he gets it.
Where is the Show Me state? Isn't that
Missouri?
That's Missouri.
Oh, okay. Sorry, everyone in Missouri.
Show me Missouri.
All right, let's finish up this round with question 10.
It's a good way to finish.
Usually, yes. This alternative band has won 2 Grammys, sold millions of records, but is best known, to me anyway, for having 2 songs made into music videos for Tiny Toons Adventures and for having the theme song to Malcolm in the Middle.
We're locked in.
Is it They May Be Giants?
Yeah, right. I was trying to make sure it wasn't the Big Bang Theory. Also, all those shows had kind of alt bands.
I can't remember.
Yeah, the boss of you're not the boss of me. Yeah, I think that's. I'm pretty sure that's Chicago Geek Bowl musical guest. They Might Be Giants.
Yeah, what a segue that would be if that's the correct answer.
Yeah, who would write that?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think let's lock in with They Might Be Giants.
All right.
And we said They Might Be Giants.
Oh, yeah, and the answer is They Might Be Giants. And where can you see They Might Be Giants coming up, Ken?
Geek Bowl, Chicago.
Oh. Are we doing anything for Geek Bowl?
We are. It's very exciting, Matt. A great segue there. Nice of Dane got that one right away. So, yeah, Geek Bowl 2020. It's going to be here in Chicago. You guys can come out and compete if you've already gotten tickets. If not, we have a big event that we're doing with some fellow podcasts. It's going to be on March 5th, which is a Thursday, from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. at Bar Louie River North. It's right down the street from the House of Blues and the Marina Towers, walking distance to a lot of the hotels that everyone's going to be staying at for Geek Bowl. But it's going to be a great, fun night. There's going to be food, drinks, karaoke, dancing, fraternizing, joking around.
Lampshades on the head, right?
All that kind of stuff, yeah. We're going to have some T-shirts there from our partners Inked & Screen. They're going to be making some T-shirts of a special design for everyone.
Shooting them out of a T-shirt gun at short range.
Short range in the gut. But it's going to be a fun time. So come hang out with us, meet some of your other fellow Trivia Podcast listeners. Yeah.
Blackhawks Ice Girls are going to be there. It's going to be crazy.
So you sure you want to promise that?
I do not want to promise.
No promises.
No promises.
They're invited.
But yeah, if you listen to any number of podcasts like Trivia Warfare, Misinformation, Complete the List, Sports Trivia, Face Off, you're a part of the Illuminati group for Learned League, or if you are a fan of Something Birds from Lita George, and many other different people there. But we're really excited to be a part of it, and we can't wait to see you all if you make it out.
Sure.
All right. Well, speaking of other trivia podcasts, this round is called Complete the List.
Hey.
I am going... Yeah, there you go. I'm going to give you nominees for an Oscar, 3 of them, and you have to tell me which movie actually won Best Picture.
Cool.
All right. Number 1, Barry Lyndon, Jaws, Dog Day Afternoon. Number 2, Apollo 13, Babe, Sense and Sensibility. Number 3, Dead Poet Society, Field of Dreams, Born on the 4th of July. Number 4, Brokeback Mountain, Munich, Capote. Number 5, Cabaret, Deliverance, and Sounder. Number 6, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, The Wizard of Oz, and Of Mice and Men. Number 7, Fences, Arrival, Manchester by Sea. Number 8, Django Unchained, Life of Pi, Silver Linings Playbook. Number 9, Pulp Fiction, The Shawshank Redemption, and Quiz Show. And number 10, Taxi Driver, All the President's Men, and Network.
Okay, we will think about these, and we'll be back with our answers. Okay, all the answers are locked in. Matt, can we get the list one more time, and we'll see what we thought?
Yeah. All right. So for number 1, it was Barry Lyndon, Jaws, and Dog Day Afternoon. Panhandlers, what'd you have?
We said One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
All right, French Press.
Yep. One of the films to win the Big Five. We went One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That is correct. All right. Number 2, Apollo 13, Babe, and Sense and Sensibility. Panhandlers.
We painted our faces blue and said Braveheart.
All right, French Press.
We decided that you could take our lives, but you can't take these 5 points from us.
Yeah.
So Braveheart.
The answer is Braveheart. Good job, both teams. Number 3, Dead Poet Society, Field of Dreams, Born on the 4th of July, Panhandlers.
So I was pretty sure this was 1989, and then I think that means it has to be Driving Miss Daisy, but not 100% sure.
I think Jason should have been 100% sure. I'm pretty sure it's Driving Miss Daisy.
Yep, Driving Miss Daisy is correct. All right, number 4, Brokeback Mountain, Munich, and Capote. Panhandlers.
We had some back and forth on this one, but I was pretty sure that the big controversy was one of the most controversial winners of all time was Crash, which famously won over Brokeback. So we said Crash.
Yeah, possibly one of the weaker years, I would say.
Yeah, who thought a Dave Matthews Band biopic would win the Best Picture?
But yeah, we said Crash.
The answer is Crash. All right, points all around. Number 5, Cabaret, Deliverance, and Sounder. Panhandlers.
Oh, we never even talked about this one. We missed it. So on the 70, we will live 72. It's like 71 or 72. So that would be a French Connection or Godfather. I'll say, I guess I would say French Connection.
Okay.
Yeah, we were right around that time period originally in the early 70s. We're like, oh, maybe it's The Godfather, maybe it's 71, 72, and then we thought, well, maybe it was earlier than that, like 67. So we actually said something earlier. We said The Apartment.
The answer was The Godfather.
Oh. What year was that movie?
72.
72? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just a little too early. That's okay.
Just a little off there. All right. Number 6, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, The Wizard of Oz, and Of Mice and Men, Panhandlers.
I think that's the big movie year, 1939, Gone with the Wind.
Mm-hmm. French press?
Yep. Whenever it's mentioned in the same breath as Wizard of Oz, got to go with Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, I couldn't have the list without it. I said it was Gone with the Wind. All right. Number 7, Fences, Arrival, and Manchester by the Sea, Panhandlers. A lot of discussion over this one. What did you guys end up with?
We couldn't decide what year any of those movies came out, and so I think we were down to 2015 and 2016, and we leaned earlier and said 15, which we thought meant Spotlight.
Yeah, we were having the same struggle. These are pretty recent movies. We were right around the those same years, 14, 15, 16, and we were like Birdman, Spotlight, Moonlight, and we went with Spotlight.
No, it was La La Land. No, it was Moonlight.
Was it?
1 year later.
That was that year?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think if I put La La Land in there, you would have had it, so I kind of cut that one out.
It wasn't even that long ago, and it just feels like I forgot all of them for some reason. These last like 4 years.
All right. Number 8, Django Unchained, Life of Pi, and Silver Linings Playbook, Panhandlers.
This is another one where I think we might be a year off. We thought it was like 09 or 10, but then we couldn't. We said Slumdog Millionaire. I think that could be slightly earlier, but
I think Slumdog was 9, but I think this was a little later, and we said this again was kind of a weak year, and we went with Argo.
And the answer was Argo. This was in 2012. These movies came out.
Okay, we were way off.
Number 9, Pulp Fiction, The Shawshank Redemption, and Quiz Show, Panhandlers.
Pulp Fiction and Shawshank are definitely 94, and 94 is definitely Forrest Gump.
Yep, one of the best years in movies, 94. That would be Forrest Gump.
Yep, definitely Forrest Gump. Points for both teams. And
running on my mind, boy. Forrest Gump.
All right, finishing out the round. Taxi Driver, All the President's Men, and Network, Panhandlers. What'd you say?
1976, I think, is Rocky.
Yep, film purists will tell you that Taxi Driver was robbed. Other film purists will say All the President's Men was robbed.
And other film purists will say, Yo, Adrian.
That's correct. And we put Rocky.
Yes, Yo, Adrian, we did it. It was Rocky. So good round for both teams there.
All right, following the swing round, it looks like the Panhandlers increased their score to 115. Pretty dominant so far.
Mm-hmm.
We are lagging behind at the French press with 90 points. We got to put a little more pressure on them.
That's right.
All right, moving on to round 2, starting with question 1. Which amendment briefly brought in the period of Prohibition, and which amendment somewhat fittingly repealed that amendment? I need both amendments.
We'll lock in.
There are a lot of microbreweries that make 21st Amendment brews and things like that in honor of the repeal. Dane, I'm not sure where you're sitting. I'm pretty sure it's the 18th and the 21st.
Yeah, now that he mentions it, I think he might be right. I think the women's suffrage was in between. We put 19 and 20, though.
And the answer is the 18th and the 21st.
Good job.
I'm just thinking now, a good way to remember that for myself, because I had it incorrect as well, is if it's 18 and 21, then in some countries you can drink at 18, and in here you can drink at 21. So I'll remember that.
Yeah. little mnemonic for you guys.
Oh, it's been sitting there all that time.
Yeah, when I was looking up amendments, I saw that. I said, oh, that's a neat little thing. So there you go. Question 2. Which country has the most natural lakes, accounting for over half of the natural lakes on the planet?
Maybe U.S. or Canada?
That's kind of what I was thinking, too.
Yeah. I think we went with the U.S. because of Minnesota, land of 1,000 lakes, but it ended up being Canada.
All right, let's go Canada then.
Okay, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Yeah, we're also good. So we were both feel like we've heard this pretty recently, and we're going to say Canada.
Yeah, we were thinking about last time we heard this question. We think we said U.S. and we were wrong, so we went with Canada.
All right, the answer is Canada.
Yeah.
All right. Points all around. That's always good. Feels good.
Yeah, it's nice when you don't answer the same wrong answer again, like we always tend to do.
Like the 3 times we said that the thing on Instagram was a stapler and not an egg. Yeah.
You're referring to the most liked picture.
Liked picture.
Yeah,
is not a stapler. It's an egg.
The egg.
Question 3. This notorious dictator may have had a softer side, as he was an avid lover of the opera. According to his official biography, he wrote 6 operas, all of which are better than any in the history of music.
A dictator who wrote 6 operas?
This might have been Kim Jong-il. You know what? North Korea is the one with this that does this kind of spin.
Right. Yeah, the fact spin, yeah.
I don't think it's Kim Jong-un. I think it's Kim Jong-il.
That makes sense, because they say, like, Kim Jong-un doesn't go to the bathroom, and, like, I like that. It's a good answer.
Okay.
So I think we're zeroing in on we're pretty sure that North Korea writes the best fantastical biographies, and so it's just a question of which ruler, and we were zeroing in, I think, on Kim Jong-il. Yeah, you have to lock in with that, Dane?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, locked in.
Yeah, we kind of had a similar thought process. North Korea is usually the country with that kind of spin. But I would like to see Kim Jong-il's operas compete with the opera that I wrote, which is actually the greatest opera of all time. But we went with Kim Jong-il.
Yep, the answer is Kim Jong-il.
Nice. What's the name of that opera?
Oh, my opera?
Yeah.
Triviality, a Life.
Triviality to Life, a short musical.
Yeah. It's a rock opera.
It's a rock opera.
Right. Better than any in the history of music.
Yeah, it's going to be the next Hamilton, guys.
I can see it.
All right, moving on to number 4. This 2016 live-action superhero movie became the first one of its kind to be nominated for a Best Picture Golden Globe, meaning the first live-action superhero movie to be nominated in its category.
Okay, we're going to lock in. You guys can talk.
Yeah.
Black Panther.
Wow, they said, Matt, did you say 2016?
I did.
Yeah, I think that was 18.
Oh, Logan.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to come up with anything better. Let's just lock in.
Me neither.
Let's try to get lucky with Logan.
Hey, okay. This guy knows his movies.
He does.
We're going with Logan as well.
So the answer was actually Deadpool. Deadpool nominated for Best Comedy. For musical.
Golden Globes. Oh.
Good thinking there.
Yeah, I didn't even think. I thought of Deadpool, but I didn't even put it together that it would have been the answer to that question.
Golden Globes does some weird things sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do, for sure.
That's their trademark.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving on to question 5. My Favorite Husband was the name of a popular radio program in the 40s that would lay the groundwork for this much, much more well-known classic television show.
No, I'm thinking it's, sorry, not I Love Lucy, but the guy who's like to the moon and back.
Oh, the Honeymooners.
Honeymooners, maybe, because he was like the main character, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
I think it's going to be one of the like kind of 1950s area classic shows, but I don't know. I don't know. I could make an argument for Honeymooners or maybe I Love Lucy. I don't know. I feel like Leave It to Beaver focuses on the kids, and so that doesn't seem as likely. But let's say the Honeymooners then.
Okay.
Hey, we said the Honeymooners as well.
Oh, you kept dancing around it, Jason. It's I Love Lucy.
Oh, we had the exact same conversation as Jason and Dane. It was Honeymooners or I Love Lucy, and yeah.
Both went the wrong way.
That makes sense, though.
You know what that means, Neal? Bang, zoom.
Bang, zoom, yeah.
One of these days, Neal.
I'm going to pop you one.
One of these days.
Question 6. There are 6 alkaline earth metals that occupy the second column of the periodic table. They include calcium, magnesium, beryllium, strontium, radium, and this 56th element.
You might know because Jeff is.
You don't mind if I lock in with one?
I have no idea.
We're locked in.
This one I also wrote for Jeff, but he's not here. Sad. He'll be so sad.
I don't know. As a blind guess, I would say rubidium, but I can tell you, I'm sure it's not lithium, and it's going to be one of these. 56 is getting into the. It's not going to be one of the metals that we've heard up heard of in the higher numbers. So it's going to be. I mean, it just seems like such a hard question. So I'm curious if we're overlooking something, but
no, it's a hard
know.
question.
Yeah,
it was built for Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I would like to say rubidium, unless Dane, you've got.
I got nothing.
Okay, sure.
All right.
Rubidium.
I was just thinking alkaline battery, really. So.
Battery.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're going with rubidium. We're just gonna throw out lucky tungsten, hopefully.
Well, the answer we're looking for is barium. And
no, that one.
Oh,
is that? Oh, that's the one starring Bill Hader, right?
Yeah. Today's episode of Barry, sponsored by barium.
Barium. Everyone's favorite
I would have
element.
gotten that in 11th grade chemistry, but way too long.
Every once in a while, I'll throw in a really hard science question just for fun.
With no hint. With no hint.
Dane is not on camera right now, but I can tell he's shaking his fist at you, Matt.
I know. Well, let's cleanse that with a nice sports question, right?
Sure.
All right. Number 8. In 1990, Scott Skiles was in...
Sorry, is this 7 or 8?
7.
Oh, it's 7,
Yeah,
right.
come on, Matt. Get a hold of yourself here.
I know. Oh, yes.
It's that freewheeling LA lifestyle.
It is.
Catching up to you.
Yeah, we do things a little different out here. Moving
I
on.
see your Christmas tree is still up.
I don't want to talk about it. My Christmas palm tree. Question 7. In 1990, Scott Skiles was in quite the giving mood as he set the records for most assists in a single game. I'm also in a giving mood, so within 2, how many assists did he have in this game?
And what sport is that?
I'll give you the clue. It's basketball.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, I think I can come up with a decent number.
Okay.
Within 2?
We're locked in.
Within 2.
I was really hoping.
We're within 2.
Yeah, I was really hoping you asked for the team because I remember having his basketball card that year, and it was on the early Orlando Magic, I think. But I've got no idea. I think it's probably in the mid to high 20s.
I was thinking 25 to 30, somewhere around there.
That sounds like we're directly on. If we say 27, we get 25 through 29 covered. I think 27 covers. We were both thinking basically between 25 and 30, and so
sounds good.
If we say 27, it covers everything except for 30. So we'll lock in with 27.
That's a lot of assists. I wasn't sure what would be a good number in the 90s. To me, almost 20 seemed like a lot of assists. So just to get 20 and the low of 16, we said 18.
Jason, you're going to kick yourself on this one. It's 30.
Whoa.
So you missed it by 1.
Getting in the ballpark, but
assists are a funny stat because it's based on the home team scores. So sometimes they'll give an assist on things that like a guy will take like 5 dribbles and then throw it up and they'll still give the assist. So sometimes those are cooked for the home team a little bit too.
Look at the sports talk here. I'm learning a lot.
Yeah.
Cooked for the sports team.
Cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Like a grenade.
Yeah,
right.
All right, moving on to number 8. The indentation in the wine bottle goes by this name, something that Ray Guy would get a kick out of.
There's an indentation in a wine bottle?
Yeah, on the bottom.
At the bottom.
Oh. Yeah. I hear his clue, and I know what his clue is about, so I'm just going to take a guess.
Okay. I don't know what that clue is about, so it's all up to you.
Yeah, I'll mute and tell you, but you can tell me if it makes sense.
Just lock in.
Let's go find. Okay. All right, we're locked in.
I also think I picked up on the clue. Dane, do you have any thoughts before we lock in?
Well, I can walk over and grab a bottle of wine, but it still won't help me.
You should just grab it anyway, though, and have a few sips for us.
Ray Guy, I'm trying to think of that.
Yeah, he was a Hall of Fame punter for the Raiders, I think, and so if I can only imagine, given the clue, that it's called a punt. But
okay.
Yes, Hall of Fame punter for the Raiders. I just figured with the clue, it's punt.
Yeah, you guys picked up on it. The answer is a punt.
Hey, thanks for the clue.
Yeah, so that it does have a name. It doesn't actually do anything to the wine, apparently. It's just kind of a remnant for when they used to blow them.
Saves
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Right. Some of them have a longer, higher punt, and some of them have a shorter, punt for a yard position or for ball position. So,
Coffin corner punts. All right. Number 9. This person was the inventor of friction matches. Given that, it's surprising they don't come in black, blue, or green labels.
What are you thinking?
All right, so he said black, blue, and green labels. Isn't like Johnny Walker?
There's a black. Is it blue? No, there's a red label, Johnny Walker. A black label.
Should we say Walker?
Yeah, I can't.
Right.
I can't think of another.
We've been hint hunting, but I think we're. So you guys are locked in.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're saying that what comes in a black label, a blue label, and a green label is Johnny Walker Scotch, and so we said maybe there's some dude named Johnny Walker who invented friction matches.
Yeah, we said Walker as well. Now I'm kind of worried that it's Scotch, though.
The answer is John Walker.
Hey. Ooh. Now we're
You guys
getting
picked up on
somewhere.
it. There you go.
Is green label like the worst one?
I forget what it is. How that
It's like
works.
made yesterday.
There's a
Born
White
yesterday
Walker
whiskey.
label for Game of Thrones too.
I was getting ready to say.
Dane, what were you drinking at the chili event? Was it Johnny Walker or no?
Oh no, I drank Corona last night
With a lime or without a lime?
with a lemon, actually.
Oh.
And beer salt.
No claws?
No.
So there were laws at this party.
Laws with no claws.
All right, Matt.
Can't answer that question.
Finishing up this round and the game up to the final. Question 10. Tony Khan is known for being the CEO of an all-elite wrestling company and being a co-owner of this less-than-elite NFL team who've never even been to a Super Bowl.
All right, Neal says he knows it, so we're locked.
I mean, yeah, there really aren't that many teams. So, yeah, and I don't really want to make a super exhaustive list. So let's just, if you get a sense that it was one of the first teams you said, and I think it fits the other one, let's say Jacksonville.
Okay.
Yeah. So when talking about Tony Khan, AEW, obviously they're doing really well, going up against WWE. WWE is doing an NXT. All of that being said, what Matt's really trying to get to here is to highlight the animal with the strongest bite in its class.
No. What a
my,
child this man is.
It would be the team that I had a starter jacket of. They wore everywhere when they first came out. And that'd be the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Can't stop talking about his favorite animal, this guy.
Yes, the team that used to have Blake Bortles, Jacksonville Jaguars.
Right after regulation, looks like it's 175 for the Panhandlers. They put their cups out, and they're now full. For us over at the French Press, 140. So a strong score, but still have some ground to make up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ready for the final categories?
Yes, please.
All right. Number 1, laying down the law. Number 2, I don't believe what I just saw. Number 3, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Number 4, take a spin. And number 5, up the stream without a paddle.
Okay, all the wagers are now locked in, so we'll get the questions.
All right. Number 1 in laying down the law. The Code of Hammurabi is the earliest known example of a ruler publicly proclaiming a set of rules or laws for the public to follow. What biblically prominent city was he the ruler of? Question 2. I don't believe what I just saw. While sounding more like a CW-DC mashup, this meteorological optical phenomenon occurs around sunrises or sunsets. Question 3. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. A shot of Malort and a typical Midwestern beer such as Old Style or PBR is often referred to as this pleasant-sounding greeting. Question 4. Take a spin. On a standard American roulette wheel, how many number slots are there? Meaning between which numbers can you bet on, more or less? Question 5. Up the stream without a paddle. This artist was involved in a bit of controversy when he reblogged a post urging fans to create a playlist of his single Yummy and play it over and over while they sleep to get it to number 1 on streaming sites. It worked and became the 6th single he was featured on to hit number 1 on the Billboard charts.
All the answers are now in, so let's get the questions one more time and see how we did.
All right, number 1, in laying down the law, the Code of Hammurabi is the earliest known example of a ruler publicly proclaiming a set of rules or laws for the public to follow. What biblically prominent city was he the ruler of? French press.
I believe for 20 points, that was Babylon.
All right, panhandlers, what'd you wager, and what do you say?
We went 15 down the line, and we said Babylon as well.
All right, and that was Babylon. Good job, teams.
Not Babylon AD, for the record.
Yeah.
Or Babylon 5. Or...
We could say more about this, but I see no reason to Babylon.
Correct.
Very good. Question 2. I don't believe what I just saw. While sounding more like a CWDC mashup, this meteorological optical phenomenon occurs around sunrises or sunsets. Let's start with the panhandlers. What you wager and what do you say?
So we wagered 15, and this one took a while, but while playing with words of different CW shows, I remembered a delicious IPA called Green Flash, and the logo has sort of a sunset, or if I remember correctly, or sunrise, and so we went with Green Flash.
Yeah, I think we were almost there for 20 points. We just said Solar Flash.
The answer is Green Flash. Great job to the panhandlers. Question 3. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. A shot of Malort in a typical Midwestern beer is often referred to as this pleasant-sounding greeting. Let's start with people from the Midwest. What do you guys say, French press?
For 20 points, you don't usually have this after having a Malort and a shot and a beer, but we said a good morning.
All right. What did you guys say, panhandlers?
So I had actually read about this recently, and I'll probably have to have it, unfortunately, in a few weeks at Geek Bowl. But I knew it was like the Chicago something, but I said the Chicago handshake, which.
And how much did you wager?
15.
For 15 points, the answer is a Chicago handshake.
Wow.
Oh my God.
So you guys got that one.
Yuck.
Yeah, it's not. It's it is what it is. Question 4, and take a spin on a standard American roulette wheel. How many different number slots are there? Let's start with the panhandlers.
So the 1 through 36 plus the 0 and the 00 makes 38.
Yep, we had the same reasoning.
Yep, the answer was 38, and I was informed that the European one only has 37.
Better odds.
Yeah. All right, so question 5, and up the stream without a paddle. This artist involved in a bit of controversy, urging his fans to stream Yummy over and over while they sleep. Who's that artist, panhandlers?
I've only heard it once, and it sounded yucky to me, but it's Justin Bieber.
Sure, only heard it once. Okay,
yeah,
we got.
That's what they all say.
Yeah, we took a stab and we said Bieber, the Biebs.
The answer, and it was Justin Bieber.
To conclude the game, it looks like we increased our score to 160 with an increase of 20 points. But these guys got all the final questions right. They increased their score by 75 points, and they kicked our ass.
Mm-hmm.
They're the cream of the crop with 250 points.
You know that I'm the cream of the crop.
Good job, panhandlers.
It's fun.
Yeah, you guys were a formidable team. Both Dane and Jason really worked well together. So that was... We had a slight game, a slight difference there going, halfway through the game, but then they really pulled ahead. So got to give it to them. They kicked in the nos for all you Fast and the Furious fans. Right, Matt?
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Energy drink?
Yep. Dane was pounding nos energy drinks in the background there, too.
Yeah, I wrote this game on a Saturday night because I didn't realize I had so many alcohol questions and clues in the game.
That's okay. We got a few of them, right? So.
Yeah, no, we did. Dane, anyone you'd like to give a shout out to or anyone you'd like to say hi to before we bid you adieu?
Oh, well, just my husband sitting next to me, that's all.
Hi, husband.
He's reading a book, really.
What's your husband's name?
Scott.
Well, Scott, thank you.
You're a hero, Scott.
You're a hero, Scott, as might be on a previous episode.
He does listen to Triviality, too, so.
Oh, good.
Always appreciate that.
Well, yeah, hopefully he listens while reading the book so that he can at least learn something from the book and then maybe giggle from us. So
we recommend you create a playlist and listen to Triviality while you sleep as well.
Yes,
so you get those numbers up.
Yes. And of course, Jason.
Oh, I download you through several different podcasts. You know.
Oh well, thank you, thank you.
True fan.
Just for the download.
You're the true hero.
And of course, Jason, thank you and your lovely girlfriend for your Patreon support, and thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you. It was a blast, guys.
Thank you. So before we bid you goodbye, both of you, I have a fortune cookie here we had from lunch today, and I'm just going to crack it open, and this is going to be a fortune for everyone today, for Matt and Jason and Dane and Ken. Let's see. Little ASMR there. All right. The fortune cookie says, "You are very optimistic, and your plans usually succeed." It's nice.
All right.
Yeah, good message for the day.
But on the other hand, I was added to 2 different group text messages today, so my life is ruined. And on that note, Matt, you want to take us out?
Yeah. So on behalf of our contestants, Jason and Dane, co-hosts Ken and Neal, and not Jeff because he's God knows where, my name is Matt, and that was Triviality.
Someone's popped me before, and they haven't admitted it yet. It's like the mole. Someone hit me from behind, one of these guys. I don't know yet.
What?
I don't know. I'm just trying to create some sort of drama that there isn't.
Oh,
it was Stephen Baldwin.
Stephen Baldwin came into the studio and punched me in the back of the head. Just like his movies, it just hit me in the back of the head.
All right. Good time to move on to number 6.